Good evening, everyone. Today, I'm delighted to speak to you about an ancient yet enduring art form that has left its mark on the world of textiles: block printing. Block printing is one of the oldest methods of textile printing, tracing its origins back thousands of years. This technique, simple yet profound, involves creating patterns on fabric using carved wooden blocks dipped in dye. It is both a functional craft and an artistic expression, celebrated across cultures for its beauty and uniqueness. The process begins with the block itself. These blocks are typically crafted from wood, with skilled artisans intricately carving designs into their surfaces. These designs can range from geometric patterns to floral motifs or even elaborate storytelling scenes. The level of craftsmanship in creating these blocks is truly remarkable and sets the foundation for the final printed product. Once the blocks are ready, they are dipped into a dye or pigment paste and carefully pressed onto the fabric. Each press requires precision as the artisan aligns the blocks to ensure seamless patterns. This manual effort gives block printed textiles their characteristic charm. No two pieces are exactly alike, making every item unique. Wow, okay. So maybe this is just too much, just so. Next class. Historically, block printing has been practiced in many parts of the world, including India, China, and Egypt. In India, for example, regions like Rajasthan and Gujarat are renowned for their vibrant block printed fabrics featuring designs that reflect local traditions, flora, and fauna. What makes block printing special is its sustainability. The process relies on natural dyes, hand craftsmanship, and minimal use of machines. This aligns with today's growing emphasis on eco-friendly and sustainable fashion. Block printing is not just a craft, but a legacy. It has withstood the tests of time, surviving the advent of modern printing technologies. In fact, in today's fast-pacing world, the charm of handmade block-printed textiles resonates even more. People value the story behind each piece, the hands that carved the blocks, the artisans who painstakingly printed the fabric, and the culture embedded in the designs. In conclusion, block printing is more than just a method of printing textiles. It is a celebration of heritage, artistry, and sustainability. As we continue to embrace this timeless craft, we ensure that its rich history lives on for future generations to appreciate. Making wood blocks for block printing is a meticulous and artistic process. It requires patience, skill, and attention to detail. Here's a step-by-step guide to crafting wood blocks for textile printing. Step 1. Choose the wood. Select a suitable wood type. Use hardwoods like teak or seasoned shisham, Indian rosewood, which are durable and can hold intricate carvings. These woods resist warping and ensure the longevity of the block. Prepare the wood. Cut the wood into a flat, even block of the desired size. Smooth the surface with sandpaper to create an even base for carving. Step 2. Plan the design. Sketch the pattern. Draw the design on paper. Traditional designs often include motifs like flowers, leaves, geometric shapes, or animals, but you can create your own unique patterns. Transfer to design. Trace the design onto the smooth surface of the wooden block using carbon paper, or draw directly onto the wood with a pencil. Step 3. Carve the block. Use the right tools. Carving tools such as chisels, gouges, and knives of various sizes are essential for precision work. Fine chisels are used for intricate details, while larger tools are used for removing excess wood. Carve the design. Begin carving around the outlines of your design. Remove the negative spaces so that the design stands out in relief. Work slowly and carefully to maintain symmetry and avoid breaking delicate parts. Step 4. Smooth and polish. Refine the details. Use fine sandpaper or a file to smooth the carved edges and ensure that the raised design is even and sharp. Polish the surface. Apply a thin layer of oil or varnish to the block to protect the wood and enhance its durability. Step 5. Add handles. Attach a wooden or metal handle to the back of the block. This makes it easier to hold and press the block firmly onto the fabric during printing. Step 6. Test the block. Pick the design. Test the block by dipping it into ink or dye and printing it on paper or scrap fabric. This will reveal any areas that need further refinement. Make adjustments. If necessary, recarve or smooth out any uneven areas to ensure the design prints cleanly and consistently. Tips for success. Keep your tools sharp. Sharp tools make carving more precise and less strenuous. Work in layers, gradually carve out the design, starting with shallow cuts before deepening them. Start simple. If you're a beginner, practice with simple designs before attempting intricate patterns. Preserve the block. Store the block in a dry place to prevent cracking or warping over time. By following these steps, you can create beautifully crafted wooden blocks that serve as tools for artistic expression and textile printing. Each block becomes a piece of art in itself, holding the potential to produce countless unique prints. In block printing, the choice of colors is crucial as it influences the final look of the textile. The colors used in block printing are typically chosen based on the type of fabric, the desired aesthetic, and the traditional methods employed by the artisan. Here are the common colors used for block printing, along with a brief description of each. An analysis of block printing helps explain the printing methods that create unique designs, whether it's colored in print, plastic, or otherwise. 1. Natural dyes, traditional block printing colors. Natural dyes are derived from plants, minerals, and insects. These dyes are environmentally friendly and have been used for centuries in traditional block printing techniques. Here are some popular natural dyes. Indigo, blue. Derived from the indigo plant, indigo produces rich blue shades. It has been used for centuries in block printing, especially in India, and is prized for its depth and color fastness. Madder root is the source of a red dye known for its bright to deep red hues. It's a common color in traditional block printing, particularly for floral and geometric patterns. Pomegranate yellow. Pomegranate rind or peel is used to create a yellow dye. It is often used in combination with other colors to produce muted, earthy tones. Henna, brown/green. Henna leaves are used to produce a brown or greenish dye. This color is commonly found in patterns that mimic nature, like leaves and vines. Cochineal, pink/red. Cochineal, a natural dye derived from the cochineal insect, produces bright red, pink, and purple shades. It is often used for vibrant, rich colors. Correct? Known for its bright yellow hue, turmeric is used in traditional block printing, especially in India. The color is vibrant and has a warm golden tone, and has drawn turmeric and all other plant life to date simply because of the flavor. Logwood, purple/black. Extracted from the logwood tree, this dye creates purple and sometimes darker hues, often used for creating dark tones in prints. 2. Synthetic dyes, modern block printing colors. In contemporary block printing, synthetic dyes are often used for brighter and more consistent colors. These dyes are more affordable and widely available, though they may not have the same natural appeal as traditional dyes. Common synthetic dyes include acrylic dyes. Acrylic dyes are commonly used for block printing on fabrics like cotton, linen, and silk. These dyes are easy to use and produce bright, long-lasting colors. Pigment-based dyes. Pigment-based dyes are another synthetic option that produces bold, vibrant colors and offers better light fastness compared to traditional dyes. 3. Metallic and special effect inks. Some block printers use metallic or special effect inks to create shimmering or reflective patterns. Gold and silver. Metallic gold or silver inks are sometimes used for accents or highlights, adding an elegant and luxurious touch to the print. Perez Lee inks. These inks give the fabric a soft, iridescent sheen. They're often used for decorative accents in hyacinth block printed textiles or the multicolored printing, layering. In block printing, colors are often applied in layers. This technique involves printing one color at a time, allowing each color to dry before adding the next. Skilled artisans use this method to create intricate, multicolored designs with great precision. Blending. Some printers mix two or more dyes to create new shades. For example, a blend of red and yellow will yield orange, which can be used to produce gradient or ombre effects. And 5, modern variations, eco-friendly colors. Today, there is an increased interest in eco-friendly dyes. Natural dyes, as well as synthetic dyes made from sustainable resources, are becoming popular in the block printing community. Water-based inks. In modern block printing, especially for textiles like clothing, water-based inks are often preferred for their softness, breathability, and lower environmental impact. The procedure of block printing is a fascinating and intricate process that combines craftsmanship and creativity. Here is a step-by-step guide to the traditional block printing procedure. 1. Preparation of the fabric. Before you begin the block printing process, the fabric must be properly prepared. Use the fabric. Cotton, linen, silk, and other natural fibers are commonly used for block printing. The fabric should be clean and smooth to ensure the best print. Pre-wash the fabric. Fabric is washed to remove any chemicals, dust, or impurities that may interfere with dye absorption. This also helps to remove any sizing or starch that may be present. Dry the fabric. After washing, hang or spread the fabric to dry completely before starting the printing process. 2. Prepare the block. The block is the essential tool for printing. Here's how it's prepared. Choose the design. The design to be printed is either drawn or traced onto the block. This can be a traditional pattern, geometric motif, or any custom design. Carve the block. The block is carved by skilled artisans with the design raised on the surface. The block is typically made from wood, but metal or other materials can also be used. Fix the handle. Some blocks have a handle attached to the back for easy handling and pressing onto the fabric. 3. Prepare the dye. For traditional block printing, natural dyes or synthetic pigments are used to color the fabric. Mix the dye. The dye, either liquid or paste, is mixed with a mordant or fixative to help it bind with the fabric and ensure long-lasting color. If using natural dyes, they are often prepared by soaking plant materials like indigo, madder, or pomegranate to extract the pigments. Prepare the dye tray or bowl. Pour the dye into a flat tray or bowl, which will be used to dip the block into. 4. Block printing process. This is the most hands-on part of the procedure. With the blocking dye, the carved block is dipped into the dye, ensuring the raised areas are fully covered with the ink or pigment. Align the block on fabric. The block is carefully placed on the fabric, aligning it with the intended spot. Precision is key here to ensure that the design is printed correctly. Press the block firmly. The block is pressed down onto the fabric with enough force to transfer the dye evenly. The artisan may use a mallet or simply apply pressure with their hands, depending on the design. Repeat the process. The block is lifted and re-dipped into the dye for each impression. Each print is aligned carefully, either manually or using a template to ensure the design is continuous and even. Clean the block between colors. If multiple colors are used, the block is cleaned and dried between colors to prevent contamination and ensure clean lines. 5. Drying the printed fabric. After printing, the fabric must be allowed to dry before any further steps. Dry the fabric. Lay the printed fabric flat or hang it in a well-ventilated area to dry. The dye needs to set in the fabric during this drying process. Sharing the prints. As the dye used requires curing, such as some natural dyes, the fabric is heated or steamed to help the dye bond to the fibers and ensure color fastness. Era says the idea of color plays such an important role in this history of fashion. 6. Post-treatment of the fabric. Once the fabric is dry, it undergoes several post-treatment steps. After the fabric has dried completely, it is washed again to remove any excess dye and to ensure the print stays in place. This step also softens the fabric, fixing the print. If needed, a fixative may be applied to enhance the print's durability. For natural dyes, mordants like alum or iron may be used to lock in the color. Ironing. Finally, the fabric is ironed to remove wrinkles and to help set the print. 7. Final inspection and cutting. After the fabric is fully dry and the print is fixed, inspect for consistency. The printed fabric is inspected for evenness, color consistency, and quality. Any mistakes or misprints are corrected at this stage. Cutting and finishing. If the fabric is to be made into garments, accessories, or other textile products, it is cut and finished according to the design specifications. 8. Quality control. The final printed fabric is thoroughly checked to ensure the quality of the print, the durability of the color, precision of the design, and evenness of the prints are assessed. Tips for successful block playing. Consistency. Achieving even pressure while printing is key for clear and consistent designs. Proper dyeing technique. Mix the dye properly to avoid uneven color distribution and ensure high-quality prints. Use of multiple blocks. For intricate multicolored designs, use separate blocks for each color and ensure perfect alignment for each print. Experiment with patterns. Block printing allows for endless creativity. Don't hesitate to experiment with designs, layering, or color combinations.